Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's been flipped.
Oh, it's flipped.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is actual, you know.
Oh, this is all right. This is how it really looks.
Yeah.
It's not like a mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to like angle it more like we got John Lennon on the background? I can't really see your face. So
Yeah.
just sit back a little bit. I think that's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so so we just got back from seeing the movie, the Star Trek movie. We decided to see that instead of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because I actually haven't seen any of the Star Trek movies, so...
Yeah, me neither.
You've never seen it either.
Oh.
Real quick, before we get started on this review, I want to point out that we went into the theater, and we were sitting in the back row, and a woman was sitting next to me, and I was sitting next to Graham. Graham was right here to my right.
Yeah, I was on his right.
You're on my right, and there was a girl, and she came and sat down, and she was a seat away from me. There was a seat between us, but then this other group of people had a bunch of people with them, so they asked the girl, "Oh, could you move down one?" So she was sitting right next to me, and about a minute later, Graham leans over and he's like, "You want to switch seats?"
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you're like, yes, you asked me, "You want to switch seats?" And I said, I almost asked him, why? Why do you want to switch seats, Graham?
Yeah.
So it was pretty obvious, though.
Yeah, I think you kind of know what I meant.
I knew what you were getting at, and I said, I don't think that's such a good idea. And I was right, too, because about 2 minutes later, the girl's boyfriend comes up with a stack of popcorn and soda, and he, like, sits next to her.
I didn't know she was with her boyfriend.
Well, no girl goes to a movie like that by herself on a Saturday.
Okay, maybe not, but, I mean, it's obvious.
Well, I'm glad. Aren't you glad you didn't sit next to her? Because you would have been, like, uncomfortable that whole time?
I guess so. I mean, I really did not notice that the whole entire time. I mean, I was just with you, and besides...
What didn't you notice? That she had a... Well...
Come to think of it, I didn't even see the boyfriend.
He came up and he sat right next to her.
Oh.
Right after you asked me to switch seats with you. But anyway, so, you know, that aside, Star Trek, I thought, was a pretty good movie. I thought it was going to be lame and shitty,
Right.
and I didn't really want to, you know,
Yeah, it was just
get my hopes up too much.
It was just the remake of the 1960s classic television series. But I guess in others you might, you know, say it's mostly like a prequel. You know, like the whole starts of the...
It was like an original story.
early
It's like
generation.
it's like, you know, a young... Everybody's sort of just getting their start.
Yeah, a lot of young people in this one.
Yeah, and it had but it still had Leonard Nimoy as
The future.
the future Spock. We're not going to give too much away because
No.
we want people to see the movie and see what it's about. But this movie had everything. It had you know, space fights, green chicks, black chicks,
Yeah, a lot of great special effects.
Vulcans.
Still.
I like how Vulcans.
Yeah,
They have the same barber.
yeah, like the same haircut, the ears, you know, just...
Well, at one part, Spock's like, "I have to go back and preserve the Vulcan culture," and I'm like, "Why? I mean, everyone looks exactly like you. what you
Yeah,
know, if
it's-
only you survived, you would have everything. I mean, he's really smart, you know.
Yeah,
He knows all the ways, you know.
yeah.
But anyway, it was cool. It had time travel. It had
time
black
travel.
holes.
Yeah, black holes.
It had those phasers
Yeah,
that
those
they
phasers.
use
Yeah.
that they would
trans-
set to kill or stun,
Yeah,
and they would just flip around like
Yeah.
really fast.
yeah. Just they just transport you.
No, not the transporter, not
Oh.
the
Oh, I thought you meant.
the beam me up thing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
No, I was talking about the phasers, like the
Right.
guns.
Oh, the guns. Right.
They can shoot them. Anyway, just it wasn't really too technical. It was pretty simple. What are those guys? Who are the bad guys in that movie? What else?
I think. Well, the bad guys.
They were called
They were. Yeah.
Romulans.
Yeah, Romulans.
Romulans.
Right.
Say it with me.
Rom.
Say it.
Mulans.
Romulans.
Yeah, Romulans.
Romulans.
Right.
Who have apparently the same facial tattoo artist. And a ship that looks like it was built by H.R. Geiger
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, Star Trek is definitely worth the money. The special effects are pretty good. Who's the director? J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams, if there was one piece of constructive criticism I could
Yeah,
give...
I'm not really familiar with them.
Well, he directed Cloverfield, and I saw the same similarity in Cloverfield as I saw with Star Trek. And if I could just give one piece of advice to... I think he's a great director, but if I could just tell him one piece of advice, tripod every once in a while. You know, your camera's really shaky, so, you know, can we get a steady shot? Like, just a normal, just put a camera there. I know audiences these days are really sophisticated and they want more movement in their action movies, but I don't know, just have a steady shot of what I'm seeing, because it's kind of headache inducing, and
Yeah,
I know it's...
more modern, right?
No, I mean less modern. I mean, like, just go back to the old way of, you know... Anyway, just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. If you don't want to do it, then don't. But, you know, it'd be nice to actually see what's going on the screen every once in a while. I mean, I still had a lot of fun watching this movie, though.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Yeah. So, fucking go see it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, we like it. All right. How do I turn this thing off? Do I just press the button again?
Yeah, I think.